Welcome back to the Kane and Day Show. I'm your host, Kane. You can find me on Twitter at Killing Kane and at YouTube at Killing Kane. I'm going to kick it over to Day. He'll introduce himself, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, my name's Day. You can find me on Twitter at Realdaygaming1. YouTube and TikTok is Realdaygaming. And follow the show, the Kane and Day Show, on Twitter.
That's right. We did get that fixed. Hit us up there. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we starting?
I mean, we could start with the big one with Hader.
Go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, he is no longer the closer after a 16.5 ERA since joining the Padres.
Which is crazy. Which is insane. Yeah. It makes the Brewers look like they knew what they were doing. And
yeah, it's really weird. Like, I get, like, switching teams and going cross country. It's really tough. But, like, it's almost to the point where he forgot how to throw a baseball.
Yeah, he got shut down, and he was coming off, like, I don't know, there's 5 closers this year that are just so top tier.
Well, he was one of them.
Exactly. He was in that conversation of top 5, and, you know, I mean, you have Edwin up there, you have Clay Holmes up there. Would we say Emmanuel Clase is up there, and probably, you know, rookie sensation right now, Johan Duran.
Mm-hmm. He had 104 yesterday.
Yeah, and then you also have Andres Munoz in there, because Munoz is having a fantastic year. And so it was like all of those guys and Josh Hader just so close, and then Josh Hader came out. They shut him down for posting a 16 ERA. Like,
what's crazy is
not good.
34 innings pitched, 29 saves, only 16 earned runs, and 12 walks to 59 strikeouts with a 1 whip or 112 whip.
Mm-hmm.
That was what he had before. Like, I just don't know. Like, it's not like he was doing horrible.
No, he was doing great, but then he
was leading the league in saves. I don't know how many blown saves he had.
Yeah, but he puts a Padre uniform on, and, you know, their big trade that they did, or one of the big trades that the Padres did, it's not panning out right now. I mean, they got him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's pitched in 5 games, 3 1/3, 6 earned, 5 walks to only 4 strikeouts.
It's crazy.
Like, it's Josh Hader. 4 strikeouts? He
has the most dominant, like, arsenal. His pitches move a lot.
He can't even get through an inning.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So we'll see where they go from the rest of the year. He's got to figure it out, because this team is a perennial playoff team. The way it's built right now, it's a playoff team, and they have a chance to make a push in that postseason. It's just going to be hard, and we'll just jump into this. Is that NL division is run by 2 teams right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, coming into the season, I expected the Braves to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I expected them to be really good. I didn't expect them...
World Series last year, so.
Well, yeah, right? Coming off of that World Series win, I didn't see them being as talented as they were last year, right? Without Acuna. But they get Ronald back, and Austin Riley decides, hey, Ronald, you know, take your time getting super healthy, contribute, but don't worry, I have this team.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind.
Great
to see.
The scary thing is Austin Riley, maybe in my opinion, it might not be the right opinion, but hey, I could see Austin Riley with the season that he's putting together, he could top Manny out for MVP.
I think he needs a really strong September.
He's playing, like, him and Manny have just been playing well all year long, but man, Austin Riley hits both sides phenomenally. And this is coming off, 3 years ago when he got caught going home in the World Series, or in the NLDS or CS?
It was a CS. They were up
against the Dodgers.
2020.
Yeah. I mean, Austin Riley has taken bounds. I think he's only 24 years old, too. I'm pretty sure he's still really young. And you love to see it. I love everything that their GM does. He gets this money. He finds it. He invests it in his guys to show, hey, we believe in you. We're going to pay you this money now because we have so much faith that you're going to pan out and contribute to this team. I mean, look at Michael Harris. Michael Harris, ever since he came up, has been an animal.
287. 12 home runs already. I had his stuff already highlighted.
No, good. And then you have the new kid in town, Vaughn Grissom, playing out of his mind.
Isn't that kid really quick?
Yeah. He's the first player in, I guess, this first player or youngest player to hit a home run and have a stolen base in the same game. Like,
I mean, I'd take Michael Harris out there. He's better than Ozuna.
You have so much depth on that team, and I'm pretty sure they still have Drew Waters down in No,
they traded him to Kansas City.
Oh, did they? Okay. So they don't have Drew Waters anymore. Because I remember they were super high on Waters and Pache when they were in their system. So
I mean, Drew was called up, didn't play well, and they sent him back down, and then I think they essentially just gave up on him.
Hey, that's fair. I mean, their outfield's great.
Like, yeah, they're
really their lineup, top to bottom. I mean,
it's good.
Their pitching side is good, but not as good as the Mets.
No. I think this is gonna be a really fun race to watch because
they're close in games too.
Yeah, it's 3. If Atlanta can figure their pitching out completely, they are going to be tough to beat.
I agree. I think any Atlanta team that you've thrown out in the last 5 to 6 years has been really hard to beat. I mean, you had Freddie these last couple years being their playoff hero, and now that you don't have Freddie, but now you have a Matt Olsen who is filling that. Freddie's Freddie, right? You're gonna have all of these great numbers put behind a fantastic hitter.
When the hell did he get the 25 home runs?
Matt Olsen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Him and Chapman both, when they were on the A's together, they put up these types of seasons where they both hit around 25 to 30 home runs.
I know, but I could have sworn he was at 15 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he kind of hit a hot streak.
Yeah, I swear every night I see a different clip of Matt Olsen doing something that Freddie did.
Right.
He is doing exactly what Freddie did during his time there.
Freddie probably had a better average with a whole, but I mean, Matt Olsen's there to give you fantastic defense and hit you home runs in big situations. That's all Matt Olsen does.
I think they're basically the same player.
Right. I mean, dude, just this Braves young core that
they're locked into.
They have Travis d'Arnaud, not been very good besides being on the Braves.
He was good in Tampa. He did what he had to do in Tampa.
That's fair, right? But he's also been playoff hero for Atlanta a couple times.
Yeah.
He's been very good. Then you go over to first base. Matt Olsen, one of the better power hitters that you could ask in a first baseman. Especially for a guy who didn't have much market value since he was in Oakland. And what's Oakland doing? Moneyball. You don't have a big audience there.
0.
So they got a steal on Matt Olsen and then gave him a deal on top of that. That's why I love this owner. This owner cares about it's like a Steve Cohen type mindset, right? We're going to pay people what they deserve so they give us the product on the field. I mean, that's what they did with Acuna. Austin Riley notched a 10-year deal, And this is, like I said, Austin Riley in his rookie year, which I'm sure was the year he got caught in the NLDS, was very bad. And then all of a sudden, one off season, Austin Riley figured it out.
Mm-hmm. And they just started talking about extensions with Dansby too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they locked up Michael Harris for 8 years too.
Good.
So now with Azuna out of the picture, because this is too many chances that he's blown.
2 years, 2 arrests in 2 years.
Right. This is you're not gonna.
They have to be done with him.
AA is going to release him. Whatever. Get him out of there, and that's gonna open up some money for Dansby, because this could void any potential money that he's gonna earn, because this is the second time it's happened.
Yeah, last year was a domestic abuse call.
Exactly.
It's right around the same time too.
Right.
It just isn't as bad as month, but
now you're gonna lock up this team, and Dansby is having an amazing season, as everybody likes to call him, Dan's Bay.
Yeah.
So Dansby Swanson has really rounded this team off, and they're all around the same age.
Next year too.
Yeah, but then it's like, fuck, where do you play everybody? Because Grissom has ascended there. They also have Spencer throwing freaking 103 with his beautiful mustache. Like, this Braves team's exciting, and you put them in a playoff game against the Mets, it's going to be more brutal than LA.
Well, what's really good for them is they won last year, so they know what it's like to be in the playoffs.
In all honesty, I would love to see a Braves-Mets ALDS, because...
No, CS, I want a best of 7.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, I keep getting mixed up. A CS, yes. Because I just don't want him to do Freddie dirty like that.
I just want to see a best of 7 between them right now. That'd be incredible.
They're so close, and they're not far off from the Dodgers' records right now either. The Dodgers have run away with the NL. But
yeah, they're like 6 games.
The next team that we're going to talk about right now is going to be the Mets. Mets have been fantastic. Brett Baty made his debut in Atlanta and went deep.
Barely.
Hey, home run's a home run. He hit it very well.
He picked the farthest point in that stadium.
Yeah. Like, he hit the ball. He hit the ball very well. That ball launched off his bat. It was crazy. I am a Brett Baty fan. I hope he does well. It helps out this Mets team tremendously. It really does.
3 for 17.
Jitters. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up to. It's just jitters. He's young. It's a lot of pressure. You're getting brought on to the first place in the division. This team, like, they're calling you up. They're giving you a chance. And Edwin, you are amazing. Just putting up career numbers this year with his awesome entrance too in the 9th inning. When I hear that trumpet go, dude, I'm sure it's absolutely electric when you're in the stadium.
Oh yeah, especially when you have a 5-game lead on the team in the Bronx.
Yeah, when Edwin got traded, Edwin had a lot. From his years in Seattle, I saw it a lot. He had that where he had 50 saves or whatever in a year, and then he had like 20 the next year. He was so up and down, and then when he got traded to the Mets, he was very bad, and then again another 2 years maybe, or an off season, comes back and he's one of the best closers in the league. And they're comparing him to Mariano Rivera right now. they're really comparing him to Mo, and that's something that's not like to be taken lightly when you talk about the greats like Mo, Percival, Hoffman,
Yeah.
all these superstar closers, and to have your name kind of mentioned to that means a lot, especially when you're in that closing role. So hopefully Edwin keeps figuring it out. Again, we hope this stacked Mets team, just deep Mets team, can also play this very deep farm system of Atlanta in a best of 7. It'll be,
And the Dodgers.
yeah, that's the next team we got to talk about. The Dodgers don't know how to lose.
No, they don't.
They don't know how to lose.
And they're winning in different ways too. It's not like they're just pounding teams.
Right.
They had a couple comeback wins during the week. They're finding ways to win, and that's obviously huge because you have to win. But
Exactly.
it's just everybody's just doing their job,
Right.
and it's just not one person either. It's just it's a literal team effort.
Right. When you have 2 players of the caliber of Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts leading that team and trying to, light a fire under this, like, you look at 1 through 9 on that Dodgers team, Gavin Lux is going off, dude.
Yeah.
This is the player that they've raved about for years. That Gavin Lux is the best thing since sliced bread, basically, right? They have talked him and hyped him up so long now, and he's finally producing, finally getting up there, getting his at bats, hitting home runs, hitting extra base hits, scoring these guys that are left on base. He's really coming into his own. And like you said, it's a team effort. Trey Turner's playing fantastic. Will Smith having one of the better years for catchers. Justin Turner is like, he's the same thing every year. It doesn't matter how old he gets. Justin Turner just hits the ball. Cody Bellinger's kind of there. Joey Gallo's playing well.
Actually, probably their worst player right now.
Yeah.
In that starting lineup.
And then you have Gallo learning how to hit again. It's all in the facial hair. So
there's not as much pressure in that Dodger clubhouse like there is. Aaron Boone slamming the table. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, Aaron Boone is out as manager next year. He has to be.
If they don't win, the World Series,
I think regardless they should move on. Aaron Boone cannot manage a team. He's shown that. He's given up so many big opportunities for them to advance in the playoffs every year. He always makes a mistake. It's just like the Rays and Cashman. Cashman also, he's like...
Cashman's the GM for the Yankees. Kevin Cash.
Kevin Cash, there you go. Aaron Boone
He
just
had one bad decision, and it just happened to be Game 6 of the World Series.
Oh, you mean 2 bad decisions where he pulled Blake Snell twice? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I got the cool hat to remember that.
I'm sure you do.
No, I have
but
not.
Just Aaron Boone has time and time again let this Yankees team down in big situations. The Yankees came out hot. Aaron Judge was hitting home runs left and right. And now they're like 14-2. Or 2-14 or whatever.
They've only won 3 games since I put money on Aaron Judge to hit 63 home runs.
It's the Joey Gallo effect.
No, it's my gambling problem.
That's also fair. But it's insane that it's come to this, honestly, that the Yankees have
Yeah,
fallen. I just can't. I just don't
get it.
understand.
Well, they're pitching.
Yeah,
They also have to score.
Garrett Cole getting lit up. Nestor, both of your all-star pitchers are getting lit up, and they're not hitting. Did you see Rizzo's meltdown in the dugout the other day?
If it was Friday, I was.
Yeah. So Rizzo, I think, got rung up, went to the dugout and started acting like David Ortiz.
Nice.
And he started, like, just bashing his bat against the bench or something. He was pissed off. I mean, you guys have to have a team meeting or something to try to reel it all in, right? You really need to set a better game plan, honestly.
Yeah, because when they were winning, like, June, they were just stomping teams. And the bullpen comes out and just lights out.
And now
it's like
everybody's getting torched. Everybody's
Even
getting torched.
And say Cole has actually like a good start, you gotta hold your breath when he comes out in that game.
Exactly.
Man, is that bullpen scary?
It's not good. It's not good. And I mean, you have the Astros still rising, catching them, right? And I mean,
they caught him. They passed him.
You have other teams that are catching up. I mean, look at that wild card race. It's still tight. The Mariners have been absolutely killing it. I mean, they lost last night, but the 4 games prior to Saturday, they basically had double-digit runs every game. Granted, they were playing the Angels. Granted, they're playing the A's. It's still hard to do. And the Mariners are making it look so effortless. And their bullpen has been on fire. They do not really allow any runs. They shut everybody down in their path. And that's why the Mariners, I believe, are first in the wild card race still. They might have took it back from Toronto.
They're tied.
Ooh, we're close.
Tied.
They're close. But Toronto...
To be real specific, they are 0.001 percentile behind Toronto.
I'm so...
But they're virtually tied.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the Mariners this year. Just for the simple fact, it's like, you look at last year's team, right? They won 90 games. It came down to the last week of the season if the Mariners were going to make the playoffs or not. And then they won out this year. They made a lot of moves. They really wanted to bolster this team, right? So they went out and got Suarez and Winker, who Winker looks like he's starting to turn around and actually hit the ball. Eugenio Suarez is at like 22 home runs now. It's exactly what you want from the guy. He hits a lot of extra base hits. I mean, I expect him to strike out. I just want him to score runners and hit home runs. That's all he needs to do. Then they went out, got Luis Castillo. Been absolutely fantastic since joining the squad. Absolutely lights out. Gotten a win in his last 2 or 3 starts. And he has no sign of slowing down. Robbie Ray has came out and started dealing a little more. It's stuff.
Get paid that much, I hope so.
You really hope so, because you're paying him as a Cy Young winner. He needs to pull his head out of his ass and not give up runs. Marco Gonzalez finally had a good start the other night when they rattled Oakland, I think 11-2. The other night, the Mariners put 11 people to the plate and all 11 got base hits. It's also very hard to do for your team to just pop off like that.
Yeah.
So, this Mariners team is really something, and they just I need them to win. As a Mariners fan, I want to end this drought. I don't like that the drought is old enough to drink, so we're sitting there. I mean, Julio is coming back and he's playing fantastic. I believe he's at 18 home runs now.
Yeah.
And I still don't think it's close for Rookie of the Year. I still think he gets it done. He's just the clear favorite. Where else do we want to go today?
I was going to say, Jeremy's at 250, 16 home runs. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's
I mean,
not what Julio's doing.
no.
Who knows? Adley might fuck around and get a handful of votes.
I'm sure he will. He's starting to figure it out. That Baltimore team is still scary. And I give them 2 more years until they're an actual threat in the AL East.
I think it's 3. Give them 3
That's
full
fair.
years with Adley, because Gunnar should be up there by then.
So should
Grayson should
Grayson.
be up. Yeah, Grayson should be up there by then. And let them have a year. And then they get that first. Well, I guess it's 2. Well, I don't think Gunnar will be ready next year. He might.
Yeah, he might
but
be.
They got to be careful.
I
They
mean,
don't want to torque them, but
Jorge Mateo has come alive.
well, he knows Gunner's in AAA, ready to take his fucking spot. So
I mean, but Jorge Mateo, like, his week span, dude hit like 11 home runs, 6 doubles. Like, he was popping off.
He loves McClanahan. It's so stupid. The guy with the least amount of power on that lineup is the most terrifying guy to watch.
Yeah.
Bat against McClanahan. And it's only him. He just torches him for no fucking reason.
You love to see it, though.
No,
A guy that nobody really had any faith in because he was on the A's, and then he got traded, and I'm pretty sure he got traded again. And now he's on Baltimore, actually producing, and he's a guy.
27 stolen bases.
He's fast, dude. He's super fast.
That was the only thing good about him. Well, his defense is decent. It's not great, but it's not bad. He can't hit for power, but he gets the base hits, and he gets into scoring position. Him and Cedric have.
It's almost like he gets
52.
if he gets a single, it's practically a double because he's gonna swipe the bag. So
Yeah, if you combine him and Cedric, they got 52 stolen bases out of their 72 as a team.
that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, but everybody on that team is clicking, and that's what's making this AL wildcard race super intriguing because you're looking at Tampa, Toronto,
Barely.
Seattle, and Baltimore. I don't think any other team gets in.
Now what had happened?
What happened was
Baltimore doesn't scare me right now because Tampa has the tiebreaker because they won that game.
right.
Because Drew almost threw a perfect game,
Yeah, he sure did.
and that was the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So the only team that worries me is the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, they just gotta play.
White Sox, I have no faith in them.
Nope.
I just love how Boston's in last place. That just, really makes me smile.
You know, a
Love seeing them
team
in last place.
a team that has taken me by surprise this year, though, is the Cleveland Guardians and Andres Jimenez.
Well, they're a pitching factory.
They sure are. Their pitching coach is so on par. He's so good.
Well, it's funny now is how Jose Ramirez almost was traded 7 times.
Yeah.
Now that the GM and ownership group looks like a bunch of geniuses for keeping him.
And they signed him to a long-term deal.
Well, there's that too, but it's everybody thought he was going to be gone.
I mean, they were so mad when Francisco Lindor got traded. It's like, yeah, but then Andres Jimenez just showed up out of nowhere and is having a career year. And
That's what everybody thought he would be in New York.
And there's their pitching products are so good. Shane Bieber's finally turning it around. Tristan McKenzie looks solid. I'm pretty sure they have
14?
Huh?
Yeah, 14 or 15 the other day.
Yeah. He's lights out. And who's that other guy they have? It's their third pitcher.
I I watch a lot of Guardian games.
He's got tattoos,
Oh, that narrows it down.
I believe.
Did they not play yesterday?
He's a right-handed pitcher.
No, they did.
I don't know his name.
Bieber took the loss yesterday, lol. I'm trying to find how many strikeouts Tristan had. Because I think it was I might have been 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Oh, his name, it's Zach Plesac.
Oh, Plesac.
They have Plesac, too, and he's not bad either.
No.
And they have one of the best closers in baseball.
And Karen Check is back.
Yeah, and they have Emmanuel Clase to hold down the back end. Dude is absolutely disgusting. Just this whole team is really bound together, and they're young too. They're really young.
Really young.
And they're taking out the rest of their competition with the White Sox. And
well, they play in a Mickey Mouse division, so
of course,
I'll stand by that one.
I will too. I mean, both Centrals in the AL and the NL aren't good compared to.
Last time we looked, the Cubs, Reds, and Pirates all had the exact same record.
Same stat lines, basically.
Yeah, it's not good.
And I mean, I get it's a Mickey Mouse, but they're winning against teams that aren't in their division either. That's the most shocking thing. They're leading their division right now.
Wander had a setback.
Oh no. Oh no.
Breaking news 15 minutes ago.
Ouchie.
I hate it.
Speaking of NL Central, with the Cardinals, Albert Pujols, Day's all-time favorite player,
It's true.
is 8 home runs away from 700.
Ah, man.
And
You know what I would do to be there.
the scary thing is, he might get it.
God, I hope he does.
In the last week, I believe he's had two home run games.
Yeah, because he had 2 in Toronto.
Yeah, the dude is on fire right now. And
Hinch hit 2.
Yeah.
Some of them.
And it's in age, what, 40 season?
No one really knows how old he is.
That's why they call him the Machine.
Well, that's true, but nobody really knows how old he is.
I just can't believe that, like, the Angels let him go to him helping the Dodgers to now being back in St. Louis producing at the age he's doing it at. Because, I don't know, like, I know he's your favorite player and all, but bias aside, right? Bias aside, he had a terrible stretch with Anaheim.
He couldn't stay healthy.
That
was his biggest problem in LA. He couldn't stay on the field.
How much do you think he may regret leaving St. Louis to go to?
Not one.
You don't think so?
No, because most of it was he was hurt, and then when he'd come back, he'd try and get going, never could, and then just it was a struggle, and then he would get hurt again. It was something else. It wasn't the same injury.
Right.
And then just rinse and repeat that cycle of just up and down.
It's kind of like a curse when you go to the Angels, right? That you can't stay healthy. I mean, Mike Trout can't stay healthy. Rendon can't stay healthy. You've had just these good players come through your organization and just nothing.
Shohei just rolls his ankle.
Right. But
he's trying to get out of the way of a play and he rolls his ankle.
I just can't believe that Albert Pujols is doing what he's doing right now.
It's making me so happy.
It should for every baseball fan. He's one of the most iconic players of our generation. And so seeing him almost at 700, like, he's came out and said no matter what, he's retiring, because why chase a stat when, your just body can't do it anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I hope he hits it. That would be phenomenal.
I will buy every piece of merchandise.
Oh, I know you will.
Every single one. I might even buy the ball.
There you go.
No, just kidding.
Um,
if they do a logo for it and put it on the ball, I will get that though.
Yeah, Do we have any other things that we need to discuss today?
Oh, we forgot to mention Dustin May.
Oh, Dustin May's back, and Walker Buehler.
He looked great.
I mean, it's perfect timing with Walker Buehler being out for the rest of the year. They still have a very deep pitching rotation.
They do, but a guy like Dustin May, though.
He's nasty. I mean, no.
From his rehab assignment?
I know
he's an immaculate inning.
He's gross, dude. He's been gross. I mean, isn't Trevor Bauer, is he done for the whole year?
I would like to assume so with how fast legal stuff works or moves.
Okay. So then they're not getting him back, which I honestly they should want him back. He was one of the most lights out pitchers.
Paying him a lot of money to sit in his house in Arizona.
And now, yeah, he does make YouTube videos now. But, you know, you have him, Kershaw. Kershaw, when healthy this year, has been lights out.
Yeah, but he also can't stay on the field this year.
Right. You have Arias, who's been very good.
He's had a couple rough starts, though.
Yeah, but most pitchers do.
They have a problem with walks. That's his biggest problem this year.
Right. And then you have probably the biggest surprise of their season in Anderson.
Yep.
Well,
Gosselin's doing really well,
yeah,
too.
Gosselin is doing really well. But
we were talking about he should have started the All-Star game.
Right. What I'm saying is Tony Gonzalez has had that potential, though, right? Mm-hmm. You weren't looking at Tyler Anderson and being like,
no,
that's going to be a dude who has under a 2.5 ERA.
Yeah, it's like Arias in that 20 postseason run.
Oh, he was so lights out.
I don't even think people made contact. I don't even think they made contact with the ball. He was throwing it so well.
Yeah, he's gross. But you look at these, like, just this playoff hypothetical that's going on when you look at the standings, right? When you look at this postseason this year, I think this is going to be one of the most competitive, not one-sided either.
I hope so.
I really see them.
I want to see game 5s, game 3s. I want to see game 7s.
And I
see. The World Series to go to 7.
I see this happening though.
Especially because the 7. If it was game 7 to the World Series, it'll be a Saturday. Oh my God.
Think about it though, right? All of these teams have something that's fueling them.
Two.
Right. Like
the 2 Mickey Mouse winners.
They could fuck around and maybe do something, you know?
Stop it. They're going to get swept. It's fine.
I don't want to see that though.
Milwaukee or St. Louis, but Cleveland will get swept.
I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I want it to all be just like a bloodbath type of deal. Like, because
I want chaos.
Give us the content. Give us the content.
I want chaos.
As long as the Mariners win, I will be a happy man.
I want to see fist fights. I want to see home runs, walk-offs, close games.
Yeah, the Mariners
0-0 though.
The Mariners should get in a fist fight because the last time they got in a fist fight, they went and won 14 games in a row.
Well, that would win you a World Series.
That sure would. But yeah, I think that's all that we got for this week at least.
Yeah, it was a light week.
Yeah.
Oh, tonight's the. Oh God, can't think of it. Little League game.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I do want to throw this out. ESPN the other day aired the Savannah Bananas.
I did see that.
And that's so cool. That's so awesome because like I've told my wife, I was like, man, I really want to go see this team play. Because
it's bad on fire.
Yeah. And then you had this TikTok star who was, he was a ball player, then he became like an MLB ambassador, and he was still trying to play. And now the Savannah Bananas picked him up, and Now he's out there just having fun on the field, and this is what it's about, guys. Like, the Savannah Bananas are trying to reignite the fun in baseball because it's honestly what it should be.
They are so innovative with how they play the game.
Yeah.
Like, the guy was on, I don't know how tall they were, but he was on stilts.
Oh, yeah.
And they got a base hit. I'm like, what am I watching?
It's
but that's
wild.
Exciting.
That
is a literal show.
Like, when they field ground balls, they do tricks. Like, they do a little kick up to their glove and toss it. They just do trick plays out the ass. Like the Harlem Globetrotters.
I was just about to say the baseball version of the Harlem Globetrotters.
And it's actually, they're competitive too. They are competitive. So,
but do they lose?
I think they lose from time to time.
They're not the Globetrotters.
Yeah, right. But it's like, can we just keep seeing this? Like, what if this becomes a league of some sort? Not like major league level, but like, just kind of like
the Globetrotters.
Yeah, but it's an actual competitive league, and it's like all the teams do this in that little realm that they have. They all do this, like, fuck around. Let's just make this the most ridiculous, and it's phenomenal.
And they're putting on a show.
I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, "This is awesome!
It's fun.
It's awesome! I would love to go to a game because it's like, if you catch a foul ball, it's an out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just make shit up because no matter what they do, it's gonna work because of what how they have like that. Like,
right.
Fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. Like they have the power to do literally whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. And it works.
And you can be as ridiculous as possible. Like I've seen him. He brought out a golf bag.
Yeah.
And started taking practice swings. The dude introduced himself. It was the same guy.
Yeah.
And like they have so much power to do it, just make it as fun and entertaining as possible.
And you look at those stands, like when you see like TikToks or whatever of how this, because that's how I found out about them, was through TikTok, and they just keep popping up. And every single TikTok I've seen with them actually like in a game, the stands are packed.
Well, it's probably only a 3,000 capacity stadium now.
Right.
So it's gonna look packed, but I mean,
for that amount of seats though, that's a full house.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
so
I don't know what ticket prices are. I can't imagine too expensive.
I wouldn't think so. But, we need to see more stuff like this because it's fun. I mean, you look at the Little League World Series when they do the little interviews and stuff. That's fun. That's cool for kids to do.
And except for the one that slipped by and
yeah. Oh. You love when ESPN doesn't do their research.
The banana logo is actually kind of cool too.
It is. Their jerseys are sick.
Why buy a single game ticket? I'm just 25.
Oh, that's so doable.
So it's $25. Open seating, so I think it's first come first serve. I would assume.
Yep, probably.
And it includes all you can eat concessions and a guaranteed good time.
That's such good marketing.
And it's all you can eat is hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Flashbacks this weekend. Hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, popcorn, chips, cookies, water, and soda.
That's
for $25.
That's
and you get a show.
So cool.
That's so family affordable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's $25, and you don't have to worry about spending money on food. It's already paid for.
Dude, I want to go. That'll be an experience. That'll be an experience, and especially like if I take my kid, right?
Right.
That's something he'll never forget.
Well, yeah, it's $75 for the family to go,
and everything else is free unless you buy merch
or alcohol.
Right. But yeah,
you're not paying, for like a Tigers game right now. It's like $50. Oh, no, you can get it for like $20. But then inside, it's like beers, 12.
Food
Food is probably another 12 or 15.
Depending on how much you eat, yeah.
Depends what you get. If you get some like the actual food, like the tacos or you have other stuff, but if you obviously a hot dog's not going to be $12.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Like the Little Caesars pizzas are, those are like $15 for 4 slices. It's nuts, but I mean it adds up quickly for it. So like a family like you have, family of 3, family of 4 even. It's not cheap to go to a game.
Right, and like if you were to go to
that is good.
You take 4 people to the game. That's $100.
$100 and you get to eat.
Yeah, and you get to watch an incredible show of talented ball players. And these aren't just your Joe Schmoes you grab off the street. These are legitimate ball players.
Yeah, at some point in time.
Right. So, not like baseball needs to be fun again. And
I'm gonna buy that shirt. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Brett Phillips was DFA'd again, but
do it.
They gave Tampa money for him, and didn't work out because he can't hit.
That's true.
Hit the ball.
But all right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like on the video and leave a comment. Question of the day. Go.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, go.
Oh, got right on the spot.
Yeah. What's your... Here you go. What's your biggest... What is your guys' biggest surprise on the season so far? Is it that the Mariners are an actual contender this year, or Cleveland has overtook Minnesota, or that the Yankees have fallen from what seemed to be untouchable at some point in the season? So go ahead, let us know in the comment section below. If you're listening on Spotify,
Mine's Boston in last place.
That's fair. If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead, hit up the show on Twitter. Let us know your thoughts from the episode. And we can start conversations from there. But anyway, guys, I'm Kane, and this is Day, and we'll talk to you next time.